Hey everyone, this is Chris.
And Martha.
And we made it live.
Woo, our first one.
This is awesome. Oh my goodness, if you only knew the chaos it goes through to get to this point.
Yeah.
All right, Will or Jen, I see you guys are on. Awesome, thank you so much. Can you guys give us a thumbs up as long as you can hear us?
Should I put it in?
All right. Hey guys, hey Brazen Brits, how you guys doing? We're trying to make sure everybody can hear us. Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining. Martha and I wanted to go live and really kind of just give some the state of the Venturesome couple address. Talk about what's coming up. We've got some amazing plans coming up this fall and into summer, and we're super excited about. Martha, why don't you tell them about the NRVTA and what you got going on there?
Oh, so this girl right here is going to go to the NRVTA. We're going to go join the Alliance class, and it's going to be the last week of October going into November. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to learn a lot of new things so I can boss this guy around.
Yeah, we're actually going on Halloween. I mean, who in the world schedules the first day of class on Halloween? You know there's going to be some shenanigans on that day for sure. Yeah, we're excited about where we're going with it. It's going to be neat because we're both going to be attending the NRVTA class, and then I get to do something a little bit more fun, which, in my opinion, a little more fun. I'm going to be going to the solar class in July. So July 11th through 15th, we're going to go and use our trailer as a dummy rig to go play in the solar class. So between July and October, both Martha and I are going to get our fundamentals or their, basics course plus the solar course. And we're going to see how this goes because you said you want to boss me around.
Yeah. What kind of stemmed this? So Chris works remotely, and sometimes he's gone like 3 days up to a week, and we could be anywhere, and he'll just have to fly to like Washington, Oregon, Alaska, California. So I could be quote unquote stranded somewhere and not know how to do something. So I want to empower myself and show others that they could do it too. If I could do it, anyone could do it. So I'm excited.
Martha is scared to death. She's trying to slow play it like, oh, I'm so excited. She's like, buy me the home course so I can learn before I go to the real course. No, I'm not going to let you be out here with all of our freaking Venturesome tribe talking about, oh, I'm so excited. No, what she's looking forward to, guys, to be truthful, she's looking forward to me holding the camera and her doing the work and showing that, woman power, that they could do this. Me, I'm excited because you know what? When the pooper breaks, that's you, girl. Go fix the pooper.
Yeah. I can see that playing out because he could be on a conference call and the pooper is going to start burping and he's going to fix it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yay me.
Yeah. Hey Diana, how you guys doing? I see Craig's on. Awesome.
Hey Mark.
Oh wow, we got a whole bunch of the Texans on. So there's a little bit of a story on the school part of it because Martha's obviously wants to learn more about the RV world, and I mean that's what we love and that's what we're in. But we were hanging out in Texas, and we were at a Boondockers Welcome mooch docking, and I had to fly out to Seattle for 3 days, and Martha was going to end up going to the San Antonio KOA. And she was going to spend 6 days at the KOA by herself. And the awesome host that we had decided the bleep you are.
Yeah.
And Martha actually ended up mooch docking for 9 days?
9 days total.
And I'll tell you, that's a pretty special person when they pull out their Blue Boy tote and help you empty your rig so your husband could jump on a plane and go fly to Seattle.
Love you, Charles. We're like best friends now.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Anybody that helps you dump your tanks or fix your black tank, they got to be some good people.
Yep, good people.
Yeah, eek, I hate the pooper. Oh my God, yes, RV life with Adrian and Ruth. Yes, I'll tell you, isn't that the truth? It's like the one thing that it just absolutely can't get away from, and it controls everything that happens in the coach. Because if something goes wrong with your septic system, it's over. It's a game changer. Yeah, I'll tell you, that's a stressful situation. And right now, this campsite we're in, we're backed up because we didn't book we were bad. We didn't book in advance, and we ended up having to stay in Indiana a little longer. And we're backed up to the bathhouse and the dump station. So on our right, we've got the dump station, and to our left, we've got the bathhouse. And every now and then you get a odoriferous functified. Yeah, it's
Smells like summer.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw anything on our social media. We have had the 24 hours from Hades. Not the country or the location, but it's been bad. Tell them what we went through and what time we got up this morning.
Oh gosh. First of all, I'm not a morning person. We got up about 5 o'clock this morning to take our rig in to the factory. And why is that, Chris?
Well, we've been chasing this weird, mysterious leak for, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It started when we were down in Texas, and we had a little bit of a leak in our shower. And we found that the tracking on the bottom of our shower pan, where the doors are, wasn't caulked. So we caulked crazy out of that. Came to Elkhart for the pre-rally rally for Alliance's national rally, and the leak was still happening, but not too bad. So we ended up having the tech come out to our trailer, and then they caulked the seam running vertically along the glass door. And yesterday morning, Martha got out of the shower, and it wasn't a leak. It was a flood. It flooded our bathroom, our wall, our hallway, and then into our bedroom. And of course, you know, having Luan boards, it soaked into the walls quite a bit. I immediately was like, okay, I'm bound to determine. I'm going to sit here on this toilet and run the shower on every square inch of this thing until I figure out where it's leaking.
Wait, hold on. First of all, he was like, what the heck were you doing in here? I said, it's not like I took the shower wand and just went crazy.
Yes. Yeah. And hey, Changing Lanes. Thank you guys for coming on. And thank you. I'm going to squirrel for a quick second here. They're awesome. They helped us go live before the go live because we had this all screwed up. So good looking out, Chad and Terry. You guys are amazing. So back to my beeping with the shower. I thought Martha was in there like singing in the rain, just dancing or something. Well, I found that literally like this much of the wall and the shower pan, if you put the hose on there, because it's got a extendable hose, if you put the hose on there, it would flood. It was like 1-to-1. Every drop that went in came out. So we got a hold of our manufacturer, and they were awesome. And they said, okay, we'll send a tech out right away. And within 20 minutes, there was a guy standing out. One of the gentlemen that's their maintenance person from the plant showed up. He came out, we showed him, and he's like, this ain't a field fix. He goes, we've got to replace your bathroom. And I was like, are you serious? Yeah, we're serious.
Luckily, we are still in Elkhart, so we're just a 5-minute drive from the factory.
Hey, Endless RVing, thank you so much for joining.
Hey,
you guys are awesome. So 5 a.m. we get up this morning and we head over to the factory, and it looked like a NASCAR pit crew. It was wild. They had 5 of their techs bring us into the production side of the plant. They ripped out our shower surround, all of our shower plumbing, our shower pan, our doors, our walls, all the way down to the bare linoleum. And in a matter of 6 hours, they literally replaced our entire freaking shower and all the walls in the bedroom.
It looks brand new, and we still have the new sticker on the bottom of the tub. Just Chris loves that.
Hey, and you know, I love giving my boo here some hard time about her snobby water. Don't let her fool you when it comes to her snobby stickers. She went to the plant manager and was like, oh my God, Ben, I've got a bubble on the sticker on my door. Well, I'm not lying. She did.
I told him, I said, I'm really not joking, but there is a bubble, like the sticker on the front door, and it's like right there. I can't unsee it. He got us a new sticker decal. We'll
have to share a picture of it. You didn't just get a sticker, a decal. She was begging and blinking her pretty little brown eyes and got a Paradigm, which is our model, sticker across the front cap while she was there. She was using up every favor that she'll ever have for the next 10 years. So we were stressed coming into this live, not because of going live, because honestly, you all as a community have been amazing and super supportive. We've had a blast meeting you guys and actually, rally hopping and going around and trying to meet everybody we can. But we were stressed because usually, like when your trailer goes in for service, they're like, oh, it'll be done in a day. There's no way. We actually rented a cabin. And we're planning on going live from a cabin, and we got our trailer back about 3 hours ago. So we were scrambling to get this set up.
Getting all our equipment set up. We still have stuff in the cabin we got to grab, but
yeah, but we're bound and determined to go live with you guys, and we wanted to talk through the NRVTA thing's been really cool. Yeah. And the stress that we go through on the road of traveling. I mean, you all know, you guys are RVers. It's like, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And I joke a lot about Murphy.
Yeah.
I've got to do a Murphy shirt because he's my boy. It inevitably goes wrong with us. And, you got to roll with your punches and take it for what it's worth. And RV Life with Adrian and Ruth, they had a sink one. Oof. Goodness gracious. I'll tell you, it's amazing how water is like the enemy of an RV.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that you can fix it, but it never happens. Where's Callie? Can we see the dog, please? Yeah, sure. Let's, Callie, come here.
Callie.
Come here.
Come here, Callie.
Come here. Up. Come here.
She went under the table.
Come here. Come here.
You want a cookie?
Up. Come on. Up. Come here. There's Callie. Say hi, baby.
Say hi.
That's the real star of the show. You're on TV, Callie.
Everyone want to see the baby.
Yeah. So there you go, Henry. There's Callie. We got to have her on. She is the star of the show.
She was sleeping down over here.
Yeah, she doesn't understand the YouTube thing. She's like, you guys, can you just shut up so I can go back to bed? So we've got another big announcement that we wanted to talk about, and that is why we're going to the solar class. So what are we doing once we get solar on our trailer?
We are going to meet up with our Texas Alliance family, and we're going national park hopping.
We are going to be taking off in sometime in July.
Yeah, after your class.
You know what's bad when you got to trust your community. You're like, hey, we got this really good idea. You want to go along with this? And we're like, sure. What are you doing? We're going to go boondock across the national parks. Cool. Where are we going? Just meet us here.
Okay.
I don't know if that's smart or not. My last profession, I would tell you that's probably not bright. But the good thing is, oh, well, what the heck? We're going to have fun. So we're going to start out in, it sounds like Texas, and then we're going to go up to Colorado, up through the Dakotas, and go chase the national park process. I don't even know all the locations to tell you the.
Yeah, we're excited. So the one gentleman who is making the itinerary is fine-tuning it. So hurry up, Jim.
Yeah, we're getting Mark says Oni says hi. So Mark Page is one of the awesome Texas allies, and of course one of our favorites. He has a wiener dog named Oni, and he's about 3'2" and about 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Ask him.
Yep. And Oni acts like he's 200 pounds, but he's the sweetest and he can sing. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you balance full-time work? That's a fantastic question, Brazen Brits. Thanks for asking that. So I do work full-time, and I work, I would say, more than full-time. And a lot of people really don't know what I do, which I don't mind disclosing. I'm a chief human resource officer for a Catholic healthcare company out of California. And so I'm in charge of the state of California. So my job has just ridiculous hours. Sometimes it's really early, sometimes it's really late. And time zones play a big factor into how I go about planning my day. Right now, we're in the Eastern time zone. My work schedule is in the Western time zone. So obviously I'm 3 hours behind. Balancing the YouTube life and work is a challenge. Martha, you explain. I mean, you do, I would say she does 95% of it.
Yeah. So I do all the editing. I do about most of the cooking. So the little baby Traeger, that's mine. I cook on it. Chris burnt our chicken yesterday. I was so mad. I was like, you are fired from my baby Traeger. Do not touch it. So yeah, I do most of the cooking, take care of him, make sure Chris is fed, and keep him on schedule.
Yeah, and Martha gave up her career as a behavioral health recruiter to really chase this dream of being full-time RVers. In our case, we say most time because you all know, I mean, we got a home base in Florida, although we've been in it like 3 weeks since we owned it. But what we do to balance it is my time when it comes to work. I absolutely have to be disciplined about being available for my team that works for me and for the company that, of course, pays me. So I focus by having I have a workstation in the back of the 340 that we have, and it's great. I just sit there, I do my job, and I make sure that I'm available whenever they need me. The only time we find that it can be a little bit challenging is if we're doing like rallies or we're doing big events. A lot of our Venturesome tribe and a lot of the people that we're around are retired, so they have a lot more freedom. Where unfortunately, me, I have to go and I'm like, okay, I got a Teams call or I have to be on a meeting. So I force myself to do that, where Martha ends up doing the YouTube side. So Martha does all of our editing. She does our video work. She does a lot of the recording, a lot of the planning in advance. And that really helps because she focuses 40 plus hours a week on that. And at the end of the day, when we're done, whatever she's been working on, I'll watch. So at 8 p.m. when it's done, she'll say, hey, watch this video I just edited. And then I'll just kind of give some like, okay, here's some tweaks or it's awesome, and send it. She just went blank. She's like,
oh no, I was just reading the screen. It's like, oh, we love the sit stand desk. It has been a game changer. It's made me love this coach that much more. You guys know that we had the Valor 42V13 with the side patio. Callie and I loved it, but adding this sit stand desk has been so awesome. Yeah.
Brazen Brits had a second part to the question I want to make sure I answer. So how are we going to balance a 75 day national park boondocking trip? Our plan right now is we're actually going to travel as the group wants to travel. Martha is going to get a lot more comfortable at driving the trailer or towing. Give him some background. I mean, you obviously know how to tow, but she is scared to death of this fifth wheel.
No, I'm not scared to death of this fifth wheel. I was scared to death of the Valor. That thing was a beast. It was 10 feet longer in this coach. So I've towed before. We've had boats, 22-foot boat. I towed our 33-foot bumper pull prior through Alaska. I've towed all the way from San Francisco to Michigan and back and to Alaska. So I'm comfortable towing, but I've never towed a fifth wheel. So that should be, I've heard it's a lot better. So we'll see.
I think it is. I think it's a lot easier. I mean, you guys throw in the comments. What do you think? Do you think it's easier to tow a fifth wheel? I think the bumper pulls are way more abuse on your body and a lot more stressful. I won't call out any names of anybody, but somebody might have jackknifed a trailer into both sides of her bumper towing to Alaska a couple of years ago.
That's because I didn't listen the first time.
Yeah, she smashed in both sides of our bumpers on our Nissan Armada we had at the time. But to answer, yes, we're going to actually travel throughout the week. The only thing that'll play a dictating factor for us is if Starlink doesn't perform as expected and give me the access I need to be able to do my job while we're off grid, that's going to be my limiting factor because, of course, Monday through Friday, I have to have availability. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this recently, but in the last, I would say 3 days, and we haven't been moving much. We're sitting in Indiana. The last 3 days since the RV functionality of Starlink has gone on, that we have seen the quality of our downloads go to crap. There's no polite way to say it. I was trying to come up with a nice way to say it, but Starlink has not been functioning nearly as well. We're in an area that is not open to availability. And now that they've updated the app, we did an app update the other day, and it says like if you're going on between 5 and 10 p.m., it says you're in peak hours and that you're going to be affected. And when we try to go live on this a few minutes prior to, which is why we gave a shout out to Chad and Tara on Changing Lanes, is they let us know, hey, you're freezing. So we actually had to turn off our Starlink and then use our T-Mobile hotspot to go live on this. So that's going to be our big determining factor. And I definitely would like to hear if any of you guys are seeing that at all, because if that's going to be a determination, then yeah, that's going to really impact our ability to go off grid completely the way we would want to utilize solar and kind of boondock.
Yeah. And thank you, Will and Jen. We'll get Callie some treats.
Oh, that's awesome. That's our very first Callie Love. That's great. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And see, here we go. Rancan Cook Kanoy says that he likes pulling a fifth wheel a lot better than a travel trailer.
That's Randy.
I know who it is. I'm just reading the name. So it's Bob Waldron said that if you could do the 33, you can tow it. This fifth wheel's a breeze. Same here. It took look at that. That's an answer to our Starlink question. So they took 5 hours to download our last 25. Martha's been having a little bit of problem with the Starlink upload. I was really hoping that Starlink was going to be the end-all be-all answer to RV internet. I'm quickly realizing that I'm going to have to look at some other solutions and go back and watch some really good videos that I just recently seen about, having a speed fusion and having multiple connections going into one. I think what we're going to have to do is have Starlink as an option, and then also continue. Right now we have AT&T for our cell phones and our iPad. We also have a T-Mobile hotspot. Charles says that it should work better in boondocking locations, more secluded. So I hope so. When they changed to this RV program, I read quite a bit about it, and I've been watching some videos on it. They literally put you at the back of the bus. You're the very least amount of bandwidth, and they're really, what we're seeing right now, at least in Indiana, they're really regulating. I mean, when I came onto this, I did my speed test on Starlink coming in, and it showed that we were between 1 and 3 megabits per second down with a 0 up. Our T-Mobile was getting like 170 down. Chris says, get it from Mobile Must Have with the Canary plan. Does me well. And I believe Mobile Must Have is one of the ones you can do the speed fusion with, and they can help you kind of navigate that. We're trying to catch up on the comments. My apologies, guys. It gets a little crazy.
Thank you, Norma. She said Martha is awesome. I didn't pay her to say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So I wanted to. There's the next topic I wanted to talk about, and I've been frustrated by this in the last, I would say, probably week, and it has been really. I won't say which brand. There's another rally here in Indiana right now, and there seems to be a massive influx of pets, and it's pretty much dogs. Are you guys running into a lot of dogs that have bad behavior? I mean, we're seeing, explain what poor Callie's going through.
So Callie's not really a barky dog. We take her for a walk mostly in the evenings just so it's nice and cool out for her and there's less people, less dogs. And she always gets barked at by the smaller ones. A couple campers down, they have 2 dogs outside in a pen like all day and they bark nonstop.
Yeah, and we're finding that a lot of them are super aggressive, and the owners are a little bit complacent about it. Like, oh, it's just a small dog. They're super aggressive, which then gets Callie in turn riled up because, Cujo Fifi is coming at Callie and charging her. And I'm just curious if that's unique to the situation, because I can say that this is the first time.
Hi, Matt.
Toby. This is the first time that we've had this many problems with other dogs and dog owners, and it'd be interesting to hear what you guys have done. I mean, we do our best to kind of just herd Cal away from them, and she's learned that she leaves them alone because honestly I won't let her misbehave. Rottweilers are too big, too dominant of a breed, and you have to keep them structured and regimented in what's okay for them, because otherwise, if they do get a hold of one of these little dogs, it could be catastrophic, which then, we've had a horrible circumstance in the past with our lab.
Yeah, and if you've camped with Callie, all she wants is your love. She'll come up and roll over and say, rub my belly.
Yeah. So Adventures in RV Land sounds like my mom's dog Princess. They must need the dog whisperer. Yeah, Caesar Milan needs to come over here. And honestly, the other thing Callie needs, I know Martha knows where I'm going with this. Callie's we unfortunately had to put our black lab Duke down relatively sooner than what we anticipated because of cancer. And Callie has almost like PTSD from
him passing.
Yeah, and we're like, if we hit the windows in the truck, she loses her mind and barks and barks and barks, and it's like a panicked bark. It's not an aggressive bark. So we're gonna have to work with our vet and see.
And when she sees black labs out, she cries. Like, it's a heartbreaking cry because he was a black lab.
Yeah. Yeah, and he snapped, unfortunately, with the cancer. It metastasized into his brain, and we had to put him down. It was unfortunate, but Callie just didn't recover right from that. Any other circumstances she's been in, she's been great, but there she's just not. She's struggling.
Yeah.
And no, Mark, Oni's awesome.
We love Oni.
Oni's a good dog. He's well behaved. Somebody else on here asked how we like the bikes. So we've been playing with the boogie bikes for a while. Tell them what you think.
I love it. I love my boogie bike. Chris tows Callie perfectly with it. I love the color of my boogie bike, the height, everything. The seat is comfortable, and it came standard like that. So I'm really happy with.
Yeah, they have been exactly what we were hoping for when we first test rode them down in the Key West. I mean, with these bikes, we actually, like we said in the video, we actually reached out to them and was like, okay, we really like the bikes. We want something comfortable. So they've held up exactly the way we would hope. So there's been no problems. They're fun to ride. We let everybody ride them. I know Norma and Randy, who are on here, they rode them. We're like, hey, come take them for a ride.
Yeah, we had Bill Martin ride it. And Chris over at the fairgrounds, she rode it.
Yeah. I agree with the Wags. Life would be better if everyone just had bearded dragons. Not everybody can be cool and have a dragon habitat in their 340. Right. If you haven't seen Wayward Wags, Matt's RV, who Matt's on here somewhere. Let's see. Yep, Matt, Will, and Jen. They did a side-by-side walkthrough of the 340s to show two different perspectives of how each floor plan can be identical, but really unique to the individual. Go take a look because the Wags have a cool bearded dragon Scout, and he is the sweetest little dude ever.
And he's even more gorgeous in person. So we got to camp next to him at the Alliance Rally.
Yeah, it was very nice meeting them. So if Nancy wants to know how we're doing. Nancy, you're awesome. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Nancy. We're doing great. We're getting settled back in. I mean, our coach was only gone for a day, but you guys know the struggle and hassle of putting things away and putting things back out, vacuuming like a zillion times.
Yeah, I would say overall we're having a lot of fun. Coming into this, of course, was a little bit of stress because you want to do a good job and you want to make sure that everything goes without a hitch, which is inevitably never going to happen.
And then earlier when Chris said I did give up my career as a behavioral health care recruiter for Alaska Native Hospital, I don't regret it. I enjoyed my job there. It was fulfilling, but this is the next chapter. A lot of things changed in our life that wanted us to, as we say, enjoy every moment. And I feel like we are. I'm loving the RV community. You guys are like my family now. As you all know, my parents are now passed. And
right.
It's just, life's too short. We want to go out, enjoy adventures, and we are having a blast. I enjoy editing and the social media and responding to every comment. So you guys are the world to us. So just know that. Yeah,
absolutely true. Honestly, we would not be putting in the long hours if it wasn't from the love of the community, because it is a lot of work and it's super rewarding because of the community, because of you all, because of the relationships that we made. When we started out going into our first video, oh God, if you haven't watched it, please don't. Please don't. Martha and I jokingly call that the Who Died video.
And it's just because we sat there for 10 minutes, just super serious, and we were hungry. The house was echoey, and we recorded it right before we left our house in Alaska. And just, it was like 8 to 10 minute word vomit to say, hey, we're selling our house in Alaska and we're going full-time RV, and heck yeah. Instead, it was like, so we're selling our house.
It's like a really, really bad sermon. Yeah. So when we came into this, our goal was really to build a community, to really be involved and get out there and just meet everybody and have fun and see the country and, really try to explore what's available. And it has not disappointed. We've been on the road a year now, just over a year. This is our third trailer in 3 years because we sold our North Trail, bought the Valor, I traded that in, and bought the Paradigm. So we've played.
Yes, Callie's snoring. We hear it too, Matt. She is out.
Oh my God, Martha, you rock with your edits and planning, and life is too short. I agree.
Thank you.
Can
Craig.
anyone else hear the doggy snoring? She is snoring, Matt.
She is.
I told you she's bored with this. Charles says he loves our dually days.
Oh, thank you, Charles.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you, Diana.
Yeah. So there's one other really big thing we wanted to talk about for 2023. What's that?
Ooh, we're going to start the year off right. We're going to party with the Texas Allies. We're going to go to Texas and ring in the new year.
We're going to freaking Galveston for New Year's. I'm excited. That's awesome. So, and kind of fill them in on where we're going for next year, because honestly, we would love to see a lot of you guys out on the road. We'd love to share our adventures with you.
All right. So after ringing in the new year with our Texas Allies, we're going to be at Matt's RV Review Rally at Camp Margaritaville in Auburndale. And then the Tampa RV Show. What are we doing after that?
Key West for an entire month.
Well, maybe in between.
Ain't no baby, I want to go to Key West. Tell me maybe, lady.
We'll go during the week.
Oh my God.
So, and then there's the Florida Alliance Rally.
Yep.
That's going to be during our daughter's birthday again.
Yep. So we're going to be rally hopping, and then we're going back to Texas after that, and we're going to go to the Texas Alliance Rally, which all brands are welcome.
Yes.
Just book in advance, because them Texas know how to cook, and that barbecue's on point, and I think word's getting out, so they'll fill up real fast.
Brisket, pulled pork. They sure learned this, native girl.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dana. Look at that. Hello from Arizona. Just found you and love your channel.
Oh, thank you so much.
That is awesome. Ken said he's going to see us at Margaritaville.
Heck yeah.
Diana. Oh, I got to share this one. Here we go. Heck yeah. And then where did Diana's go? There it is. Why did it? Man, these things move fast on you. There you go. Yeehaw. I think that's Texan for hello, right?
So and then we'll go to the national rally after Texas rally.
Yeah.
We like the rally hop.
We do. We definitely like the rally hop. That's been one of our favorite things about it. Although it does cause us to drive around quite a bit, but that's how we meet most of you guys in person. And it's great because we don't put on our own rallies at this point. So we take advantage of those that are out there and make sure we meet you guys in the field. And
it's so much fun. I mean, we gave our tips for our first rally, like set your boundaries, get your sleep. That goes out the door when the rally comes. It's like a family reunion, but better, because you guys are a chosen family.
You know, I always say that it's not whether you love them, it's whether you like them, because you love your family. You don't always like them. And, you know, the RV world's, it's all you like them. So you got to love them. It's awesome.
Yeah. And if you've ever rallied with us, you guys know that we love hanging out with all of you. We volunteer to help as much as we can. We were on the parking crew for the national rally, and we had a blast. Chris was out there with the little headset working for like 2 of the days in between Teams calls. He's like showing people to their site, helping them back in.
Right. Yeah. Well, you still haven't told them the big thing for 23. She's slow playing, you guys. That's just terrible.
Are you talking about summer?
I'm talking about summer, post rally, national rally, somewhere you used to live.
Well, we're in the works of planning to going back to my native land.
Your native land? Where would that be, Martha? Not everybody knows you. Come on now.
Alaska.
So yes, we are in the early stages of planning a trip back up to Alaska. And we have obviously done the Alaska thing a bunch. We've actually gone round trip through the Alcan, through 5 different points of entry. We've done the whole thing 5 different times. We're trying to coordinate right now a small group of friends, and we're going to go. There's
another YouTuber couple on here. We won't say who unless you guys want to.
But we have been starting conversations about going to Alaska next year. So, LOL, native land. That's funny. So yes, we're planning on going back to Alaska next year. That will be a very, very long trip. I suspect it'll probably, well, and I say very long, to me, it'll be very long. Probably 6 weeks to 8 weeks, something like that, just because travel time to get to and from Canada. If you want more information like about traveling to and from Alaska, or you guys how to like what we've experienced going back and forth to Alaska would be useful. Let us know in the comments on this, because we're completely comfortable doing it, and we're super excited, honestly. Oh, look at that. All right.
So we're gonna go with Will and Jen.
So
I'm excited. We're gonna show them our favorite fishing holes and everything.
Oh, Charles called you out.
No, we're still talking about summer, Charles. I'm backpedaling. We're still talking about summer. We're getting there.
Okay, row your boat.
Row my boat backwards.
Tell them.
All right. And after our wonderful summer plans in Alaska, we'll come back. And in October next year, we are going to go on the first Alliance Family cruise.
Yes. So a bunch of crazy
RVs?
Texans again. And actually it's opened up to all the allies. I just like picking on the Texans. They got together and coordinated with a travel agents, and they're going to book a 5-day Alliance owners cruise.
And it's on Royal Caribbean.
And so we booked, I mean, we like cruises. You guys know that. We were on one earlier in the year. Or was it last year? I don't even remember.
It was this year.
It all just blurs. So, that's not a stupid question at all. Let me pop that up there. So that's not a stupid question or a dumb question at all. Okay. So go ahead and explain what an RV rally is, Martha.
All right. So RV rally, it could be a group, organization, or for us, we're mostly going to our manufacturers' RV rallies. And there's smaller ones are regional rallies. The big one, the one a year, is national rally. And it's a bunch of us RVers getting together and just having a great time. There's seminars to learn different things about RVing, because we all don't know everything. And that's why I love these gatherings, because I learn so much from all of you guys. There's like cooking or wine tasting or bourbon tasting.
So I want to point out the rallies are the gathering of either similar manufacturers or groups of people. It can be, we're part of Escapees, which has nothing to do with a manufacturer. It's just a collaborative group of owners at RV that get together to hang out. And like Martha said, there's usually some type of maintenance provided or done. So minor technician type things can be fixed on your trailer. There's seminars, there's bonfires, there's vendors, which is cool. You can usually, like, we're going to be putting a video out pretty soon about it. We worked with a local vendor. You get discounts at the rallies, usually 15 to 25% off. And a lot of times the vendors will install the parts of whatever you bought on your trailer. So it's a way to get upgrades for a reasonable price. Really, it's just an excuse for grownups to go over and have sleepovers and hang out.
Yeah. S'mores, bonfires. Yeah. So
shenanigans. They are a blast, and they're done. Like right now, there's one here. They call it gathering, which is just a bunch of the owners got together, decided to go to one place at one time and hang out together. You can learn a ton on the rallies.
All right, Brazen Brits, your honorary alliance.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to own an alliance. You just come hang out with us.
Hey, I won't want to say any names, but there's an awesome YouTube channel called Venturesome Couple. They bring tequila back from Mexico when they come back from for their rallies. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So yes, there is wine tasting, there's bourbon tasting, there's like whatever you want to do. If you want to do crafting, one year there was 3D printing. I'm like, it's cool. It's a lot of fun. I would definitely encourage, if you haven't been to a rally, do it. Even if it's a local regional one, it's worth going to. There was they did a bourbon tasting. Yes, we did. Sold. We'll be there. So the Brazen Brits are coming. All right.
There's going to be one in Florida beginning of March.
Yeah, if you guys, I mean,
Camp Margaritaville.
If there's still spots open, as far as I know, and you don't have to own an alliance. Actually, one of our favorite couples owns a Tiffin, and we just call them the Tiffins. It's not their name,
but Tiffin and the Tiffin family. And what's great about them, they're awesome folks, and they met us in Key West. They saw we were going to Key West, and they were like, "Hey, we want to come eat with you."
Diana wants to go. Oh, so does Gilbert. Diana and Gilbert want to go to Alaska. It's not that far. It's only like 5,000 miles north. west, and just keep going.
Over the hill and through the mountains.
Yeah, follow Buzz and Woody. They're on the back of our trailer. You'll have no problems. Yeah. Texas Allies rock. We want to go. Oh, I got to share this one. I like where Chris's mind's at. Yes. So also, if you guys have any interest, even those that are maybe watching this on the replay, if you have interest about like how to get remote jobs, I'm an HR guy. That's my world. That's what I do. So I'd love to do a video on that. What we've seen so far, actually, there hasn't been a lot of people that are interested in like the remote work or work from the road content that we've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles is inviting people to the Texas rally.
Heck yes. Them Texas know how to party.
Yep. There's our good friend Luann. We did a lot with Luann, and oh, there we go. Oh, I wish, Leslie, I wish we had a picture of your Redneck Margarita machine popped up. There's a thing called the Redneck Margarita machine that I got to express to you about these rallies and the hangouts. So they took, I don't know, I think if I remember the story correctly, a friend of theirs built this, obviously a mad scientist. They took a Gatorade container, for example, drilled a hole in it, plumbed it with like, food grade PVC, and put a garbage disposal on the bottom of it that grinds up ice. And they fill the Gatorade container with all the concoctions for a margarita, flip on the garbage disposal, which grinds up ice and gives you a perfect blended margarita coming out of the bottom of a garbage disposal.
And it was a brand new clean garbage disposal. It had not been tainted with nasties.
Yep. So Charles, Randy's asking if you have the dates and location for the Texas rally. Martha, do you have the dates and locations on the top of your head?
So first week of May, and it's in Galveston at Jamaica RV Beach Resort.
Yes. And watch out, the wind blows down there. While we were there, boy, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, there we go. Let's talk remote jobs. Okay, Chris wants to talk about remote jobs. Now, yeah, it's not a problem. In all seriousness, once we're off the live, reach out to me, let me know, and I'd love to talk to you about remote jobs and some of the opportunities, because I can tell you, like the company that I work for, we've pretty much gone remote, and a lot of them have with COVID. It's just kind of the way of the future. As long as you have internet, most of the time you can work.
That's what he said.
Martha's got a good boss herself, although she will occasionally call in sick to YouTube. I don't know how you pull that off. Oh God, I would love to retire now, but that's not in our future. We're only in our mid-40s, so we've definitely got some time ahead of us before we get to go down that path.
Almost mid-40s.
You holding out?
I'm holding out.
Oh my God, may the 4th be with you.
Yes.
So here we go. Angie put it up there. There's the details for the Texas Alliance rally. It's a regional rally. And let's pull up what the Brits put. We have oh no. Oh my God. Oh, that is wrong and hilarious. Oh my gosh. You never know what you're going to come up with. That's the benefit of live. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for sharing. That is gross. Craig said he's been pushing his company to go remote as well. Yeah, I think as the RV life becomes more and more popular, I think that there's going to be more and more people. I mean, you see a lot of it with like some of the younger families on Instagram and stuff that are going into this life, because the cost of living has gotten so high in a lot of the suburban areas that it's really pushed people out of the market for housing. So to be able to jump in, go see the world. And I mean, I've heard, we obviously don't homeschool because our daughter's 21. She's down there hanging out with the mouse. But we hear that the experiences that the homeschool kids are having on the road is actually, it's becoming more of an immersive education, because not only are they learning the importance of what they're doing, but they still get the ability to go out and be kids, go play, get outside, which you don't always get that. Plus they actually get like, oh, we're going to go to Stonehenge, and you actually get to read about Stonehenge and see Stonehenge.
Yeah.
So the ability to touch that, I think, is the future of where a lot of the RVers will be going. And you're smiling. Somebody must have put something. Isn't it boiled peanuts? Isn't that the thing? Martha introduced me to boiled peanuts years ago when we were living in Alaska. She's like, "Oh, we got to get boiled peanuts," and they were in a can. And I'm like, "They're squishy. I don't get it."
So, I mean, ideally, you want fresh peanuts. So, my dad's side of the family is from Southern Georgia. So, I lived there for 5 years in my youth, and I had to teach Chris about boiled peanuts. I mean, boiled peanuts in a can isn't as good as fresh, but rest my case.
Was there a sales pitch there? I missed it.
No, we'll just go to Georgia and get some fresh peanuts.
Here's a good question. What's the best way to sign up for Rallies? Getting a 340 RL soon. Excited to meet you guys. Brian D., you're picking the right floor plan.
Yes.
I love this floor plan. And if you have the privilege of being retired, good on you. If not, we can show you a really cool way to set up an office in here.
Yeah.
What's the best way to sign up for Rallies? If you're looking for the national rallies, you would just go on to the owners page. If you're looking,
so Alliance RV Group, this is my lane, as our friend Leslie would say, my lane, your lane. So Alliance RV Group events, and then you can see the upcoming events. So there's one going on in Washington. A lot of the regional rallies, to scroll for a moment, do sell out pretty quick. So you'll want to jump on that, but keep an eye on that. Alliance RV Group events, and then upcoming events.
And if I don't know, Matt or Will and Jen, if your guys is sold out, then we won't put that up. If it's not, let us know and we'll pop that up as well. Yeah. Because Matt's RV Reviews is doing a rally. I believe they just did one, and we couldn't, in Tennessee, we couldn't get to that one. We were co-booked. But there's one coming up in January as well. So I would say if you have an opportunity to go to a manufacturer's rally, that's really cool. It's fun. If not, don't shy away from going to some of the rallies that the YouTubers are putting on, because they're a blast. And you can have a lot of fun. Will and Jen, it is not sold out. So if you haven't thought about it, that would be one that would be definitely worth going to. And that's going to be in Auburndale, Florida in January. And it's a really good time to don't go to the Tampa RV show. I got to tell you why I say don't go. Because if you go, you're going to do what Martha and I did, and we're just going to look.
And we're going to go like this.
And we got a 340 RL.
Because last year we had the Lions Valor 42V13, the toy hauler.
Yeah, and now this year we have this. But the other one I would look at, I don't know if you're a veteran or whatever, but they have military rallies. They also have escapees, and they have different things of that nature. So there's a lot of different ways. But if you want to get information specific to the Alliance rallies, let us know. You can reach out to us. We'll be happy to pass that along. This one, let's see. We'd love to buy the Valor. Hard to justify over a used Momentum. Hey, I'll tell you, there's a lot to be said about used. That's a good topic to talk about, is used RVs. I think that's the gold where it's at, because if you could buy one, like our friends Nancy and Maribel, who are on here, they had a Valor and they bought a used Paradigm. And I think used is the way to go, because a lot of times all the bugs and the little just annoying crap that comes out in the shakedowns are gone. And like you said, if you could get one for 40 grand less than a new Valor, that's hard to pass up on. I mean, that's a nice little toy for the garage.
Yeah, and I'd recommend an RV inspector to go through that with a fine-tooth comb before you sign the paperwork.
Yep. Hey, awesome. Ray, greetings from upstate New York. Wife and I just got our first RV. Looking forward to meeting you all.
Oh, that's exciting.
Fantastic. Ray, put in the chat, what'd you guys get? I'd love to know what you guys bought. So there's this one. Yeah, here we go. People are selling their Valors right now, so you might be able to get a good deal. Yeah. And while we were talking to the manufacturer, because we were a captive audience today with ours being busted, we were talking to them. They're starting to see a slowdown in the RV market. They're seeing a slowdown in orders, a slowdown in sales, and they're seeing more inventory on lots. So now's probably a really good time to start looking for what's going on. And, a shameless plug, Matt, Will, Jen, you know, reach out to them. They're part of what I believe it's RV Complete, which owns like RV1, and reach out to them, have a conversation with them if you're in the market for something used. They have such a big network that they could probably help you.
And of course, they have 2 channels, one for towables and one for the other RVs. So
they bought an Imagine 30-foot. That's
nice.
Fantastic.
Very nice.
That's awesome. Our first one was a North Trail 25 LRSS, which I don't know how they got 25. It was a 33-footer, a little tow behind, but it was a great trailer. That's a perfect size to start with, too.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Here comes the truck wars. Got to have an F450 at least. Hey, easy on us with the 3500s. We can't help it if that's all we had the option for.
I mean, at least it's a diesel dually and a Duramax.
So you want to tell them a secret about our Chevy 3500 that never made it to YouTube? What did I do to the trailer or to the tailgate?
He gave our tailgate some character. So what had happened was...
It wasn't a hold my beer moment, I promise you.
We were backing into our site, and it was our second campground. And I asked Chris, do you want me to get out and spot you back in? He's like, no, I got this. Callie starts moving back and forth because she's like, oh, we're home. Yeah, smacked right into the pin box.
All right, guys. I might have had just a lack of common sense moment. We were pulling into a KOA in Kissimmee, and I backed up, and the tailgate was up. We were disconnected, and I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and Callie's bouncing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. And Martha's like, do you want me to get out and look? And I'm like, no, I've got this. I've got this.
Yeah, he did get this.
Nice fat crease. Like, well, let me get it. Let me get a camera. Here we go. About that long across my entire tailgate. And my lovely bride is awesome. She got out of the truck, walked right into the trailer, shut the door.
I could not talk to him for like 15, 20 minutes.
And she comes outside about 20 minutes later, seeing me with a rubber mallet and a hammer and just beating the snot out of our tailgate. And I never made YouTube because there was way too many expletives. And honestly, what good would beep, 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 beep be on video? Because that was me cussing. So yeah, I smashed our tailgate on the front of the fifth wheel pin box. Get out and look, guys.
Now, what I wish we had video footage of was us leaving Alaska to the airport.
Wow, you're just first live. She's just going to pull out, throw all my poo all over the road.
I can wait till the second live.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you. Good looking out. All right, go ahead. You already put it out there. Here's another blonde moment on my part.
So, when we left Alaska last April, we selling our house and everything, loaded all our luggage in the back of the truck. We had Callie's airline crate all done up. And I asked him, I was like, honey, do we need to put something inside her airline crate so it doesn't fly out? He was like, no, it's got holes in there. It's aerodynamic. What happened 2 stops before the airport?
Gotta rub my earlobes. All right, so we're going down the freeway, 70. It's dead of winter, colder than a well digger's booty outside. And I didn't throw anything in that bucket or in the airline crate. And I look in the rearview mirror because I catch the motion. And all I see is the airline crate go launching out of the back of our truck. And I look in the side mirror, and I'm looking in the side mirror, and I watch that thing hit the ground and just go poof and explode.
Because it was cold. It was
froze.
all night. It was
froze hard. It was probably 0 and it'd been out all night. I pull over, and again, my lovely bride, happy wife, happy life. I get out, and I'm running, and I go pick up the pieces. I throw it in the back of the truck. I get back in the truck, and tell them about the conversation you had with our daughter when I wasn't there.
Yeah, our daughter's in the back seat with Callie and our bird, a cockatiel. I tell her, I was like, baby girl, we're not going to say anything to daddy when he gets back in the truck. This is one of those moments we're just not going to say anything.
I get back in the truck, and all she says is, how bad is it? And I just shake my head. I'm like, we can't fly with it because we were flying Callie down to Washington.
Yeah, so we could go pick up our dually and then drive down to Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, so Walmart in Anchorage, Alaska was open at 7 a.m. And so we were standing at the door at 7 a.m. And I ran because she found one in stock. I ran to the back of the store, went to self-checkout, checked out, and proceeded to pull my knife out of my pocket and build the dog crate in self-checkout in Walmart. And you know what's even funnier about that than building in self-checkout is that not one employee from Walmart even blinked. They're like, oh, that's just Tuesday. Welcome to Walmart, y'all. I love me some Walmart, but it was pretty funny. And then I was on the phone with the airline going, hey, can we change our flight? And they're like, there's nothing else we can get you out today. This is it. The lady's like, we have faith in you. And I'm like, great. I don't need faith. I need a damn seat on a plane. Got to get me out of here.
I tell you what, it was stressful, but with a really good outcome and a funny story. So
yeah,
we made our plane. We made our flight. Made it here.
Yeah, we made it. Obviously, we're still RVing. She hadn't got rid of me yet, so. Oh my goodness, I agree with this. JMS Adventure, I agree. It almost seems like I almost feel like when I get a new truck or a new trailer, I just need to walk up and just like, just scratch it and just get it over.
Yeah,
just get it out of the way. Because I don't know what it is. I just have the worst luck when it comes to new things. We broke the window on our truck 400 miles into the first drive. It wasn't anything we did. A rock came off a tire, but it cracked the windshield with 400 miles on our truck. And it's just like, then I dent the tailgate. And then, I don't know. Do they know what you named the RV? We have a name for our RV.
Okay, the Black Pearl.
Can anybody figure out what that is? The Black Pearl. Great campfire story. Yeah, Bob, there's no shortage of campfire stories with myself. We just have we just share it. So the Black Pearl, the reason we named this thing the Black Pearl is because literally, as you guys saw the video, the first trip out with it, I busted the landing gear leg. So it's a peg leg.
Yep, peg leg. Yep. Diana
got it. So our Black Pearl has a peg leg. So this trailer will forever be the Black Pearl.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This has been a blast, guys. We're coming up on the last couple minutes. Let me scan through here just to make sure that we didn't miss anything. Oh, it's not that bad. Matt's talking about the trucks, a lot better than that 2016 GMC Denali 2500 gas truck. That wouldn't be poking fun at any particular people, would it? I won't call anybody out. All right. Well, this has been, like I said, this has been an absolute blast. This has been attended far better than we could have ever imagined. And in all seriousness, we've been taking notes on some stuff. So yes, Chris, reach out to us. We'll definitely talk to you about some remote jobs and some opportunities. If you want to know, if you guys want to know about rallies, we're in on that. Matt said his rally for January is not sold out. So come hang out with us down in Florida. We heard we might be able to swoop in the Wayward Wags. They may come. So you might actually get to meet some celebrities.
I know. They're awesome, you guys. If you haven't had a chance to meet them or watch them,
right,
we love them.
Make sure you check out Will and Jen. Also, they have been a huge help. We can't do this without the community, and we say that over and over again. That's our ally community. That's our YouTuber community. That's the ones we're calling the Venturesome tribe. Our subscribers, you all, you guys are the reason do this. Can't do it without you. And truly love and support that we receive is just it's heartfelt and it's emotional for us, because this is what we dreamed of when we went on the road. And it's to be able to chase your dreams and really meet the amazing people we've met. If you guys ever need anything, Martha and I are always willing to jump in and help. I'm sure you can see that in the comments. We're always the ones. Yeah, we're willing to help out. And
we'll let you know RV Life with Adrian and Ruth. So I have family all over in Georgia, so we're definitely going to stop by there.
Yeah, we definitely will. And if we get up to New York, I want to come check out that new 30-foot trailer. That's awesome. So,
one more other.
What's that?
So we had our logo designer make new logos. So they'll be coming out soon. We're in the final process of those. And it's going to be the Venturesome tribe.
That's right.
For you guys.
We wanted to come up with a community, and Martha wanted to play off of her Native Alaskan roots. So we're going to have a group called the Venturesome tribe, which we hope you all enjoy, because that's what we're going to refer to you as, is the Venturesome tribe. Awesome to chat with you. Thank you very much for JMS Adventure. Awesome. Thank you, Craig. You guys are great.
You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dana. That's great. Angie, same thing. Wow. Have fun and safe travels. So thank you. Have a great night, everybody. I'm just humbled by your guys' response. Thank you so much for everything. And we'll start planning these out more frequently so we can get on and chat and hang out. And the last thing in our last 20 seconds before we go, if you come across us on the road and you see we got Venturesome couple on our truck and our trailer, stop us, say hi, shake a hand. Martha's got a sticker. She's the sticker lady. We love meeting you. We are exactly who we are in person as we are on the camera. So please stop and say hi. Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you guys so much.
And we're off. Thank you.